The Raging Bull, Rich Atenito, always comes fully prepared to fight, and he plans on making an example of UFC newcomer Jake Hecht by taking him out here in TO. In 2011, former middleweight Rich Atenito decided that the best move for his career would be to go 15 pounds south to welterweight. It proved to be the best decision he made, as he clearly outpointed Daniel Roberts in his welterweight debut. Tonight, he faces UFC newcomer Jake Hecht, a fighter who has been involved in combat sports since he was a teenager. Winner of 10 of his 12 pro fights, with 5 victories coming by way of submission and 2 by knockout, Hecht is amped up for his octagon debut. Coming up next, Rich, the Raging Bull Atenito, squares off against Jake Hitman Hecht. Jake Hecht, born in St. Louis, Missouri, the Hitman. Training with Mark Fiore in Springfield, Illinois. Jake Hecht, like many men who have been trained by Mark Fiore, who was a longtime training partner and trainer of Matt Hughes, is known for his wrestling.
And both these men have an interesting connection, Mike, in that Jake Hecht was running a branch of American Top Team in Missouri. And, you know, of course, Rich Atenito from American Top Team, the Coconut Creek version of it, the big main branch. And Jake Hecht had some excellent training down there with Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, who's a Strikeforce fighter, and Mike Chandler is a current Bellator champion. So he has some great training down there as well, and there is a connection between these two opponents.
3-fight win streak for Jake Hecht as he makes his UFC debut. Winner of 10 of his last 11 fights. He knows Rich very well because of the American Top Team connection. Said he's a tough, well-rounded guy, strong stand-up, strong wrestling, and he will be a tough test. However, my coaches have found some holes in his game. We feel that we can exploit those tonight.
And Jake also has some good international experience under his belt, having fought in Jordan, Ireland, and England. So it won't be uncomfortable for him to have made a big trip and, you know, face a quality opponent here in the octagon.
Well, add Canada to the list as Jake Hecht is set to make his UFC debut here in Toronto. You know, the interesting thing about Rich Atenito is he's the perfect mix of very well trained and very intelligent because of the great training he gets at American Top Team, and the old school work ethic and attitude of a kid who was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
He's also a savage.
Yes.
This kid can punch. Rich Atenito has some serious one-punch knockout power, especially as he's dropped down to 170 pounds. He has absolutely carried that power with him, and I think it's going to serve him well. At 185 pounds, he was a very strong fighter, but physically his frame is much better suited to this welterweight class.
The Raging Bull, Rich Atenito.
Pamparampa giving him some last-minute advice. And he is from, as we said, the main branch of American Top Team, which, in my opinion, one of the very best teams in the world. A huge facility, an outstanding gym with just the best trainers available, both in this country and others, have all gravitated towards this place. And it is one of the hubs for mixed martial arts in the world.
And he has been there a long time. Division I wrestler at Hofstra University. Gets to battle with the likes of Gleison Tebow and Thiago Alves and Masvidal.
And he's got great taste in walkout music.
Yes, he does. The Raging Bull, Rich Atenito. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. The newcomer, Jake Hecht, 27 years old, 7 years younger than Rich Atenito. He is 2 inches taller. He will have a slight reach advantage. With the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 10 wins, 2 losses, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Springfield, Illinois, USA, Jake Hitman Hecht.
Come on, baby, let's go.
And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 10 wins, 4 losses, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, USA, Rich the Raging Bull Antonito. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal.
Josh Rosenthal, the referee for this welterweight matchup. Second fight at 170 for Rich Antonito. UFC debut for Jake Hecht.
Ready? Let's fight.
And here we go. Black trunks for Antonito, blue and white trunks. Nice kick.
Very nice
by Jake Hecht.
right off the bat. And if he said that he had found some holes in Rich Antonito's game, coming out with that leg kick may very well be what he had in mind. That he thinks he can stay on the outside and attack the legs. Antonito has a very boxing-centered attacking style.
And he's very heavy on that front leg, too, which makes it extremely difficult to check kicks.
Very good point. And he's forcing Antonito to throw some kicks here, too. Yeah, Antonito likes to wade in and blast. You know,
and like you said, he's a savage.
He's got great power, but sometimes having great power is, oh, look at that, he lands a nice right hand. It can be a disadvantage in that you rely on it so much that your technique is dependent upon that great power.
And you know, Joe, we don't talk about it a lot, but the mixed martial arts stance is so interesting because you can be way high and light on your toes in a Muay Thai stance. You can be in a boxing stance like Rich is here, or somewhere in the middle if you're trying not to be taken down. You got to be very diversified with your ability to move and with your footwork.
Yeah, that's a good point. And even in the boxing stance that Antonito uses, he's much more square than your traditional boxing stance. Good body kick there by Hecht.
Because in boxing, you're not worried about being taken down.
Exactly, and he is taken down here, and Antonito has him in half guard here. And Antonito here triangled his leg together, Mike. You see what he's doing there?
Yeah.
He's holding Hecht in that position, and when he feels like he can get out, he will pop that leg up and over. But right now he's establishing his weight on top of Hecht, holding him in place. He's got his right leg or his right hand, in between the 2 legs to make sure that he can get some space if he wants to get his leg out. And now we see he triangled it again. That's a position that I call like the quarter mount, and it's not really a half guard. Oh, now he's in full guard. Good job by Hecht.
Hecht, a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Kiko France, who is, by the way, a Ricardo Laborio black belt. So there's that American Top Team connection again. Ricardo, the longtime trainer, the Jiu-Jitsu master at American Top Team in Coconut Creek. Elbow by the Raging Bull.
So far you can see Hecht, the way he's positioning his arms, he's looking for some sort of a submission. He's looking for arm bars or something, but he does not have a defensive guard. He's looking to attack from there. You can see by the way he pins down the forearms of Antonito that he's looking for things here. Question, yep, see, he's moving his hips up. He's just looking for openings. Antonito, though, very well trained and very good at defense, especially from the top position.
And his welterweight debut, his last fight, Joe, in Pittsburgh against Daniel Roberts, who arguably was his best performance in the octagon.
And by the way, Roberts, who is an excellent submission specialist. Roberts has some really brilliant chokes and some great wrestling as well to go with that.
And Antonito was able to handle it with relative ease. Rich Antonito fighting in the UFC for the 5th time, the debut of Jake Hecht. Good control of the posture, right as I say that. Rich sneaks free and gets a right hand in, but good control of the posture of Rich Antonito from the guard of Hecht.
Hecht keeps twisting left and right, Mike, looking for things, but Antonito doesn't even let him get it off. Every time he even thinks about doing something, Antonito's punching him in the face. And that is what disrupts the guard better than anything. Punches to the face. Carlson Gracie always used to say, give me a black belt, punch him in the face, he becomes a brown belt. Punch him in the face again, he becomes a purple belt. And it's so true. nothing disrupts jiu-jitsu more than that. And he tried again, but he got too over-aggressive in his attempt, and now he finds himself in side control. Well, that's weird. And Atenito jumped right back into half guard. But see how he does that, Mike, with his triangling his leg? He's doing that to hold that position. A lot of guys like that for ground and pound. It's one of Randy Couture's favorite positions. He likes to be in a half guard position on top because he feels like he can put his weight on the guy's leg and control him a bit better there.
And good ground and pound here late in the round by Rich Atenito. Nice shot to the body head.
Good body shots. And this is all very taxing on Hecht here. This is going to wear him out. Atenito on top of him, carrying his weight, and Atenito continually punching him in the body into the head there. You know, these are the type of punches that tire you out.
Final seconds of round number 1.
And it's a struggle for Hecht even just to stay, you know, to stay safe here. He's constantly adjusting and moving, and he's kind of given up on attacking and just defending the attack of Atenito.
Rich Atenito spent over 3 minutes in that round in top position, trying to do damage on Jake Hecht.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good round, okay? Look, on the ground, all he wants is your left elbow, okay? So you need to keep it busy with that. Always inside control. Head first, head leads the way, okay? On top, he's kicking a lot. So, yeah, take the leg and take him down, okay?
Bro, use your jab a lot more. That's where he wants to be, so he's going to try to take him down. So I want more boxing and less kicks. Dude, remember, put him in the cage. You can bully him and take him down. Put him in the cage this time.
Dude, that was a lot of work for him to stay in there, all right? When we are in there, open up our guard a little bit more.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, fight.
Round 2.
Good left hook by Hecht, and Atenito responded with a right hand.
And Hecht, as you remember, in round 1, started out very confident, had a couple of strong kicks on Rich Atenito before the fight went to the ground. Stopped nicely, and trying to make him pay in the process is Atenito. Nice knee.
Very good knee and good takedown defense so far by Hecht. This corner was giving him advice to lay off the kicks and to try to concentrate much more on punches to avoid getting taken down. Because it seemed, to me at least, that Atenito was in no danger of losing that top position once he established it.
And he's looking to get there again. He's working hard for this takedown.
Good solid elbows by Hecht. Oh! He's hurt. He's hurt. Those elbows hurt him.
Yep, and now he's
Atenito's in trouble.
Jake Hecht all over him. Josh Rosenthal right on top of the action. Hecht trying to finish this fight. And it is all over.
What a crazy stoppage.
Jake Hecht, victorious in his UFC debut.
And he's bleeding badly, Mike, out of the back of his head from those elbows.
Rich was working very diligently for the takedown. Hecht ended up on top and finished the fight.
Let's take a look at that elbow. And see, Rich is on his knees here. And there's 1. And there's 2. And that one really hurt him. You see his legs give out?
Yep.
And he just folds here. Boy, Hecht must have some serious power behind that elbow. Well, you see the blood pouring out of the side of his head. In a legal spot. As I was saying, the back of the head, I meant, as he was lying back, but it was not an illegal blow whatsoever. But man, what power.
Well, it was highly effective, and it leads Jake Hecht to the first win of his UFC career with the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 10 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Jake Hitman Hecht.
TKO victory in round 2 for the UFC newcomer Jake Hecht.
All right. right, I'm here with the winner, Jake Hecht. First of all, Jake, congratulations. And I got to tell you, that's one of the first times I've ever seen a guy get stopped from an elbow while a guy was trying to take him down. Let's take a look at it, man. You must have some serious power in your elbow here, because Antonino was on you, trying to take you down. But you see, you hit him with that second one, his body goes limp.
I've lost a fight like that before. I fought UFC vet Che Mills. He did the exact same thing to me, so learn from your losses, right?
Learn from your losses, indeed. Listen, congratulations on a successful debut. Can't wait to see you again. Jake Hecht, ladies and gentlemen.
Jake Hecht, a winner tonight here in Toronto. Trained by Mark Fiore, the Hitman. Finishes Rich Atenito in the second round.